Good evening, guys, and happy, what is today? Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. I'm thrown off by the days right now because I'd mentioned to you guys in yesterday's vlog how my mom is not feeling very well and she doesn't know if she's going to the football game on Friday. However, they have a frost-off game, which I think it's this team's homecoming that they're playing this weekend because we're playing at their school, and I believe that they are like the way I think they did it last year, but the thing is, I think we played them at home. I want to say it was 2 years ago, and I want to say like Jack's freshman year too, or something weird like that. But it's also weird because two different schools play at this one like football field. And so it's actually like so the school we're playing, it's like not technically on their grounds, but it's right next to their school. And then this other school, it's also like the property's like owned by both schools, but they're not like near the like facility where like they have the football field and baseball fields and stuff like that. But I don't want to say they have practice there, the other school, because they have like a grass field, but they don't have lights, and so, you know, they don't have like, and like they don't have a stadium. I do know that it's jointly like taken care of, like grounds crew wise, like all that kind of stuff. So it's not one school's like stadium necessarily, but like I said, both schools play there, so that's why it gets really confusing when I'm trying to think back on. I was like, we played there last year. That was actually the last game of the season, but that was the other school that we played, not the one that we're playing this year. And typically that's how it goes. It alternates every other year. A lot of times, like if we play one team at home one year, the following year we'll play them like at their school. Sometimes it isn't, because I want to say, I think what happened was his junior year he played both of the schools at their stadium. Then his senior year he only played one at home, and then the other one, like I said, that's not the closer school at their home, and versus the other school that we're playing this week, we played them at our home field last year. Which is why, again, a lot of times the way it ends up working out like schedule wise is, like I said, it will be alternating, but in some cases it depends on how many home games versus away games you have. Like sometimes, I think last year we had 5 home games, and I think this year we have only 4 possibly. I think that's how it works. I'm not entirely sure, because we've already played 3. I think that is, maybe it's not, I don't remember. But anyways, like I said, it can change based on every year. Like, you know, you might not wind up playing in that kind of like, you know, again, home away, you know, home away every alternating year. But in some cases, like I said, it does get changed like that. Like I was saying, I think this year or last year or whatever, it got switched between that, and now it's like alternating between, at least I know, those two schools. So anyways, but the Frost-Off team is actually playing on Thursday this year, and like I said, the way I think they've done it in the past though is that they have a soccer game on Friday, whereas I think the soccer teams a lot of times play Thursday or Wednesday or something like, no, not Wednesday, because I know that's when our band practices, so I don't think that they play on Wednesday. I want to say maybe it's on Thursdays possibly, but I'm not sure necessarily when the soccer teams end up playing. However, I think for their homecoming, I know they did this last year where they have them play, they'll have the Frost-Off team play on like the grass field, like not in the stadium, and on Friday before the varsity football game, and then they have soccer play, like I said, on the main field. But again, too, that's weird because not every team ends up doing it that way. Like, I know that we've like never ever, as far as I can ever remember, have a soccer game before our varsity football game. But for some reason, whenever we go to this school, that's always normally how it ends up working out. Like the Frost-Off game's almost always out on like a grass field, like behind kind of like the stadium or off to the side of the main stadium. And then the soccer team's always playing. Like I said, it's just weird because I know that like we've never had that happen at our school where it gets scheduled where there's like a soccer game before the varsity game, which would take place of the Frost-Off game most of the time. So anyways though, I think that's possibly what's going on, or for whatever reason, it's just they're having the Frost Off team play on Thursday night instead of on Friday before the varsity game, which, like I said, is almost how most schools do it. But for some reason, like I said, I know that this school has in the past, they'll do like a soccer game prior to the football game. And I want to say the last year they actually had like a JV game play before the Frost Off game or something like that, which is also really weird because that's really like pushing it time-wise, because I think they start at like 4:30 or something like that. But I remember when we showed up last year, again, this was to the other school, I think, they had like a soccer game going on before they actually had the varsity or the Frost Off game playing. So anyways, I don't know. But so again, it's just, I guess that's all to say. I don't really know what day it is because it's weird. I'm like, there's football tomorrow, but it's not, versus like what last week when we had the game on Thursday. There's a game on Thursday this week as well, but it's not the varsity game. And again, too, my mom's not feeling good, so that's why we're not going to Meyer today, and we're not going tomorrow. And yeah, or I don't know, I'm not entirely sure. She's not feeling good today still, but I don't know necessarily, like I said, how she'll be feeling tomorrow, if we're able to go or not. But again, too, probably not going on Friday. So me and my dad might have to go on Saturday, and I was telling you guys how that might end up working out, just because he doesn't really have any work stuff that he has to really get done upstairs. He's pretty much finished with all of it other than a little bit, so that's good. But the thing is too is that I went over Meyer's list already. There's like hardly anything going on for this week, other than all those K-Cup deals that I shared with you guys, like 2 or 3 of them last week. And I was like, oh, I just ended up doing a couple of the, you know, those deals from last week because I wanted to do like a few of those, and then because there was a lot, and then do the other ones this week. However, they reset, so those coupons that were available last week are now also available for this week's sales, which is kind of cool, but that means a lot of K-Cups. So I've been debating, going back and forth, whether or not I want to buy and just do all of those K-Cup deals that they had, because again too, there's really not that much going on at Meijer. It would be about 30 bucks, a little bit more than that, for like 60 plus K-Cups. And so, like I said, I was going back and forth, and I was like, is it a good time to like stock up and actually buy them, especially when I figure out how much each K-Cup costs. So it's for all name brands like K-Cups at Meijer. Like they have like the either the McCafe or the Green Mountain, Starbucks, like I said, a couple of other kinds I can't remember, but like all name brands, fairly normally expensive kind of K-Cups, and they're between like the 10 and 12 counts K-Cups. So, and each one of the boxes end up working out to be a pretty good deal, where they were between like around $5.99 to I think $4 per box. So I was like, I really want to just kind of stock up and get all of them again, even though again we got I think we did 2 of the deals last week, so I think I got 3 boxes last week, and then I'd be getting a handful more this week, like probably like about 6 boxes this week also. But again too, it's all of the kinds my mom and dad both really like. I like the Starbucks kind. They also have iced coffee too, which is another thing that I drink a lot of and I really love. And so I was like, do I just do it? Do I stock up, since I know there's not that much going on at Meijer? About 30 bucks for K-Cups. And the way I was looking at it when I was comparing is that they're significantly, you know, a lot of them are going to be much cheaper than what I could get even if I bought at bulk of the same brand at Walmart, which is probably the cheapest place I'd really be able to get it. Like maybe Amazon possibly, but it'd probably be around the same price anyway. So I was like, with my coupons and like the sales that they had going on and stuff like that, I was like, it does seem like a really good time to stock up. It just seems kind of crazy to buy that many K-Cups, you know, like at that time, like, you know, all at once. So I was like, do I do it? Do I not do it? I'm not sure. But like I said, it's a really good deal, so I don't want to pass up on it. And there's not a lot that seems like it's going on at Meijer anyway, so it might just be a good time to, like I said, kind of buy them and stock up at this point, because I don't know if we're going to get another really good, you know, or pretty good deals on these. And the way I worked it out was the like I said, I think it's like 66 K-Cups, and it would be about 32 or something like that, or $33. I think they worked out to be just a hair under 50 cents per K-cup, which again too, when I'm talking about name brand and looking at what the price of the name brand stuff would cost, it's much cheaper than Walmart, and it's only about 10 cents cheap, or 10 cents more than getting their like their store brand. And again too, my mom is not a really big fan. My dad really could kind of have whatever. He's not a huge, like, not very picky. I'm not all too picky that much, I guess, either. It's just I haven't gotten like any like even store brand stuff recently because I've had so much, and I use my French press a lot too. So I'll be, you know, I'll do that a lot of times, so I don't have K-cups as often. So what I do have, I've had for a while, like whenever I've gotten a deal. I haven't had to need to get like, you know, anything when it's not on sale or store brand or something like that. And so that's why I know for myself, like getting a couple of those, I will definitely probably not go through like that. I'll be stocked up for a very long time, you know, for myself. But again too, it just it seems like to me, like, again, getting a whole bunch of K-cups, a whole bunch of different varieties and all that kind of stuff, it just seems like a lot to be like, oh, like 33 bucks. But I'm like, honestly, if I were to buy 2 big packs at Walmart, which I think are like, I don't know, 15 count, or maybe it's like a 20 count, but they're like, or 24 count, it's like a lot more than like, again, what I'm planning on paying for all of them and what they'll end up working out to be. And so that's why I was like, I'm probably, again, that they're a better deal, you know, again, looking at it that way. And like I said, getting actual Starbucks brand and the Dunkin' Donuts brand and like, again, the Green Mountain or the McCafe brand, you know, like that kind of stuff. I was like, they're, you know, it's a good price compared to that. So I think that's what I might do. I haven't actually, because again too, my mom wasn't feeling good today and she wasn't feeling good yesterday, and she's normally the mail getter person, and so she hasn't gotten the mail like I think again today and yesterday, and so I haven't gotten my sales papers, which I was like, oh, I should go and get them. I thought of that earlier today and then I forgot. Now I'm like, now it's late and dark and I don't feel like going outside to go and get the mail, so try and remember to do it tomorrow. But that's the weird thing, is that like there's always, like, when somebody's not feeling good in the house, you don't realize like the little things that they do that they probably do without even thinking about it. Like, again too, when I'm sick, like somebody making sure the dogs get fed or something, you know, because I'm the one that feeds the dogs, you know, and making sure that they get their vitamins and all that kind of stuff. Like, because the other day when we were gone on Sunday, my dad fed them and I was like, oh, did you make sure to give them all like their vitamins? And you know, we have like this tooth powder stuff, like it's supposed to like clean their teeth, but you sprinkle it on their food. I was like, did you put, you know, that stuff on there? He was like, no, I didn't, because he doesn't know either too, like what like the dosage, you know, I give them and stuff like that, because Bliss gets like 2 different things plus the tooth stuff, and then Bravo gets 1 specific thing, and Charlie just gets his tooth stuff sprinkled on his food. So again, it's like those kind of things you don't realize. Again, like I said, you know, when somebody's not doing something that they normally do, and you know, that kind of thing, and then they're kind of down for the count or whatever, they can't do their things, and you end up realizing that, oh yeah, like they do that. Like, it was again too kind of weird when me and Jack were home over when my parents went on vacation, like all again too those little things that was like, oh, make sure not to forget about this, or you know, again too, like my dad thinks of like certain things that, you know, or my mom will think of certain things that like me and Jack wouldn't have, and then I'm like, oh, maybe we should do this, or you know, or I remember Dad normally does this before, like, you know, again, like you know, whatever, like that kind of stuff. Again, I didn't end up getting the mail today so and nobody got the mail today, and I'm too lazy to go and get it now. But I actually did get a lot of stuff done today though. I did 2 loads of laundry, I did dishes today, I also edited today and uploaded, so I wasn't too lazy. I was just not like I said, not thinking to go and get the mail. And so now I gotta check, because like again too, if Jewel doesn't have that much stuff going on this week, then I'll be like, yeah, buying the K-cups this week and stocking up in one thing is justified. But you know, like our grocery budget, part of that can go there. But like again too, the way I look at it is like that will stock us up and have us stocked up for a while. It's just, again, it's a lot of out of pocket for like 1 week. But if I space out and be like, yeah, but it'll last us like, you know, again, XYZ amount of weeks, and you know, when you figure that's only like $5 a week or something like that, you know, then in retrospect it kind of looks better, and you know, you feel better about spending the money. It's just sometimes when you have to buy in bulk like that, and again, I don't have to, I could just pick and choose which ones I want to do, but I was like, why not just get them all then? If they're all, you know, pretty good deals and stuff like that, why not just go ahead and pick up all of the different varieties. So I don't know why Meijer has like this, you know, K-Cup sale going on this week and last week, but I know that they had something similar, like again, like maybe about once a month they do, but again, $30, that probably lasts us about a month anyway, at least, between 3 heavy coffee drinkers in the house, because Jack doesn't drink coffee, but Matthew drinks coffee, but he's only when he's here, so like, I mean, he'll get coffee, but he'll only drink our coffee when he's here. So you know, like we're not going through all that much that quickly, but I still think that, like I said, that stock up is probably good for a little while at least. And again, too, in addition to what I bought already last week, plus we had some, you know, I bought a big bulk one that was like maybe a 20 count or something like that a couple weeks ago, and I got a good deal on that as well. You know, like I said, I'm thinking about it, but we'll see what's going on at Jewel this week. If they have like a ton of stuff going on also, or they have better K-Cup deals, then maybe I'll pass on it, just because, you know, like I said, they're, you know, if I can get better deal, then maybe I won't do it. But, and it's not like the other thing is, it's not the cheapest I've ever seen. Like, you know, normally I like $5 per box. It's like a really good price. It's like $6. But again, too, I haven't seen a lot of the $5 boxes recently since, again, too, prices have gone up. So, and I think all these prices, like $4, I think, or like $3.99, something like that, for their like store brand. So I know, like I said, if it's like about $5 for a name brand, I'm really happy with that, but like $6 is a little expensive. So again, but in all of them together, working out to be about 50 cents per K-Cup. I'm like, that's not really that bad. So I don't know, like I said, I think we might do it. But as soon as I have that all for you guys, like I said, whenever that ends up being, I will share with you guys when and what we end up getting. But I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.